US-based business can give you a tremendous competitive advantage. Why? You're able to access a very large market in excess of 333 million consumers. You're able to access technology, and also you're able to access a diversified financial portfolio, meaning debt, equity, credit, creative financing, and hard money lending. We at Pitch Deck 101 LLC out of New York, we have started this signature project titled the Business Growth Summit 101 that will give you a step-by-step guide in terms of how to start a US business, how to scale that US-based business, and how to cash flow from a position of strength. So we encourage you to join us on a daily basis as we take you through this journey of starting and scaling your business. Our sales communication process stands on four important pillars. One, you get to understand the sales process, the communication process, the pull factors of sales communication, and the push factors of sales communication. The success of every business ultimately rests on the shoulder of your sales processes. Business Growth Summit 101 in 2023 will give you the blueprint on how to build and apply this sales communication process to truly optimize the growth and cash flow potential of your business. So we encourage you to join us on a daily basis and learn how to apply these practical tools to growing and scaling your brands. Access to capital is vital for the sustainable development of every business. But in spite of this, we see millions of businesses struggle to access capital. Business Growth Summit 101 in 2023 has been built out to address this challenge. On this platform, we will talk about how to access debt, equity, credit, creative financing, and hard money lending. We will also work with our clients to ensure that you understand not only how to access, but how to leverage and how to mitigate these financial portfolios that will really give you, the entrepreneur, a tremendous financial competitive advantage. So we encourage you to join us on these platforms on a daily basis that will truly enable you to transform the landscape of doing business. Good day and welcome to another broadcast of the Business Growth Summit 101. Today marks the second week since we have started this initiative, and I trust that so far you have found the information insightful. Today we want to go a step further into our discussion. And today I want us to look at why start a US-based business. And of course, today we're going to be giving you a number of important reasons why you should start your US-based business, and also talk to you about the support that is there for you when you start your US-based business. In listening to the ad, we established three main reasons why you should start a US-based business. One, you have access to a very large market in excess of 332 million is the size of that population. You're also able to access technology where you can have the technological competitive advantage, and you're also able to access capital. So those are three reasons. But as we get into today's program, we will be talking to you about how to acquire real estate as a foreign national. We will talk to you about the right way to set up your business. We have Shakira that will be addressing the first topic. We have Allure Thompson that will be speaking on the second topic, how to set up your US-based business properly so as to ensure that you are set to be successful. We will also be having Jed, and he will continue to give us insight into the sales communication process. And of course, we're going to give you new information on the sales communication process that will truly enable you to not only start your business, scale your business, but in turn, it will position you to win in sales communication and in moving your business forward. In starting, I want to give acknowledgement now to Shakira. Shakira, as you know, she is involved. She's a real estate investor. She has quite a number of years in terms of her experience. And today she will be talking to us briefly about real estate and how a foreign national can position himself to win in terms of real estate investment. Shakira, welcome.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Good morning. I trust you had an awesome weekend. The smile alone on your face tells me you had a pretty interesting weekend.
Yes, it was pretty good.
Awesome. All right, I'll now yield the mic to you, all in your control.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. So I am Shakira. I'm a real estate investor and I help you build wealth through real estate investing. So I'm going to talk about the home buying process. If you're interested in buying a home or renting property, so the home is very important. Wealth is in your home. So the wealth is created through the equity and also the appreciation. So you can buy a home or rent property. There is an agency that we can connect you with that offers no down payment and no closing costs. There are some pre qualifications. You do need to have a job. Um, they are looking for you to have a job for 2 years. It does not have to be at the same place, but they're looking for the work history. If it is not a job, they will allow a business that you have worked a business and that you have 2 years of tax returns. As far as the credit score goes, credit score is very important. However, there are some agencies that do not look at your credit score, and we can give you more information on that. So we can help you to acquire the home or rent the property that you are looking for. We can connect you with important agencies. We also offer um, things that will help you to get into the home that you're looking for or rent the investment property that you're looking for. We also offer financing options, which will be very important. To learn more, you can visit us at pitchdeck101.org. And the mic is yours.
Thanks for that share, Shakira. I just want to expand a little bit what Shakira would have said. As you learned that there are no down payment option, but of course there are pre-qualification. You must be in a job at least for 2 years to be able to generate the income statement as part of the pre-qualification criteria. Of course, there are always a number of options and hacks in real estate acquisition. Let's take, for example, that you do not have the history that Shakira might have talked about just now. There's concepts that we call co-signers. At another date, we'll go into that. Your co-signer can come alongside you and help to augment some of the weaknesses that you may have to help you to overcome all of that. But as time progresses, we will go deeper into these hacks to ensure that you have critical information to set yourself up properly in the US. Of course, as a foreign national, you would need to have your ITIN because if you're a foreign national, you're new to the US, you don't have your SSN to do any form of investment, set up bank accounts, and all of those things. If you don't have your SSN, you would need to get your ITIN. And once you have your ITIN, it will open up doors for you to be able to to make these forms of investment. And as Shakir would have said, you can definitely reach out to Pitch Deck 101 LLC. And we have subject matter experts that are there, like Shakir and others, to really walk you through this process to ensure that you win um, every time you focus on some form of investment, either invest in real estate or invest in business startup. Um, we have the subject matter expert there to give you the support that you need to win. Shakira, I want to thank you so much. As usual, you always drop in some gems, and I trust that the public would have benefited from that brief information that you would have given. What I love about what you said is that there is no down payment, but of course there is need for uh, track record in terms of work history. Of course, if people are going to be putting money in your hands, they want to be certain that you're stable in the job that you're in, or you have some sustainable source of income. So, with us, the sky's the limit. We will do whatever we can do to ensure that we can help you to win, either as a national of the in the U.S. or as a foreign national. We have the expertise within to provide that kind of support for you. So, thanks again, Shakira.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. All right, I will now call on another speaker, and last week we had Allure Thompson that walked us through a number of important concepts that one needs to consider when you are setting up your business. Because this information is so important, I will ask Allure to go back into that presentation so as to ensure that those who might have listened to us last week and the new listeners, they have a much clearer idea in terms of what it takes to start a business, what it takes to register a business properly. Of course, it's not just registering with the Secretary of State. There are a number of steps that has to be taken to ensure that your business is properly registered. And I want to say to you that you don't have to do it all on your own. We at Pitch Deck 101 LLC out of New York, we are here to help you. To learn more about what we're doing, you can go straight to pitchdeck101.org and you can peruse that website. You can use the numbers to make contact with us. You can follow us across social media so you can be updated on the content that we are bringing to you on a regular basis. Of course, we are here to help, to give you that support. Today's program is going to be so excited because we're going to be talking about sales, which is a part of business. And let me say this to you. If you're in business and you are not into sales, you're not into business. I repeat, if you're in business and you're not into sales, you're not into business. You will fail. And Jay Thompson will be talking to you about that, the importance of mastering the sales communication process. And I will give you some additional information to what he's going to give to you to ensure that you truly understand how to learn, apply, and master sales processes that will enable you to win in business. All right. So without further delay, I will call on Allure Thompson. Now, Allure Thompson, I must say that she is an extremely talented person. Um, she has experience as an artist. If you see her artwork, you would be like, wow, she is good at what she does. Um, but over the recent years, she has also developed a passion for business. And she is the director of operation with Pitch Deck 101 LLC. And I'm truly proud to have a very young talent because Allure, she's young. She's going to be turning 20 very soon, but she's extremely talented. So without any further delay, I want to call upon Allure Thompson to make her presentation on how to properly set up your business in the US.
Hi,
Hi,
Lure.
Allure.
How
How
are
are you?
you? Hi, I'm doing fine.
Awesome. All right, I now pass control to you.
Okay, good morning, everyone, and welcome back to another Business Growth Summit 101. Okay, so today I will be talking about setting up your US-based business properly. Okay, so as Mr. Gary Thompson said before, I talked about this subject last week, but I believe it's a very important topic and very vital in the success of every business. Starting a US-based business is a very rewarding experience, and it has multiple benefits. So let me get into that. Okay, so number one, you can get access to up to 332 million new consumers. You can get access to modern technology that can give your business a technological competitive advantage. You can get access to multiple financial institutions such as debt, equity, credit, creative financing, and hard money lending. At Pitch Deck 101 LLC and 10X Branding and Marketing LLC out of New York, we are a comprehensive business support agency that works with our clients to help them attain all of the above. Pitch Deck 101 LLC will allocate 5,000 US dollars to any business owners that decides to start processing their US based business today. The 5,000 US dollar allocation is subject to conditions that will be discussed before the end of today's session. Okay, so let me get into the steps of starting your US-based business. The first step is to get your business registered with the US Secretary of State. This helps your business to look legitimate. It helps you to get access to new markets of up to 332 million potential new clients. You can get access to capital, debt, equity, credit, creative financing, and hard money lending. The second step is to get your EIN or your employer identification number from the IRS. And the third step is to get your ITIN, your individual's taxpayer's identification number. Your EIN and your ITIN are very important because you need this to open a business checking account. You need it to open your business savings account. And you need it to get registered with Dun & Bradstreet to get your DUNS number. The fourth step is to get your business get a proper business address, and this helps your business to look official, it commands respect, and it helps funding institutions to take you serious. Now the fifth step is to have a 411 listing, and the 411 listing is a business directory that enables millions of business owners to get into contact with you. It also tells other business owners that you're serious in doing business. The 411 listing also gives you the opportunity to rub shoulders with the top 100 companies in the world. All right, so let me move on to the sixth step. The sixth step is to have your business website and your social media presence in the business name. This allows you to have global reach and global cash flow potential. Your business website and social media presence will also tell investors to take you serious, and it will help you to stand out as a leader in the global marketplace. So the seventh step is to have a business checking account and a business savings account. These will make it easier for investors to do business with you. It will make it easier for clients to do business with you, and it will make it easier for you to connect with international payment services such as Chase, PayPal, DV, American Express, Capital One, and so on. That's just to name a few. Next is to have your SIC code or your Standard Industry Classification Code and your NAICS code, the North American Industry Classification System code. And these codes helps investors to identify your financial risk category, and it helps you to identify your SIC and NAICS code. This makes it easier and makes your business more appropriate to do business with. It also helps businesses to access capital easier and at a lower interest rate or 0% APR. Okay, so the ninth step is to get your DUNS number from Dun and Bradstreet. Getting your DUNS number will enable you to have your PDX score, and this will allow you to build business credit. And the 10th step is to open trade lines. This will help you to build business credit. So the trade lines I'm talking about are vendor credit, store credit, and cash credit. So vendor credit deals with your net 30, your net 60, your net 90, and this allows for the immediate access, allows your business to immediately access capital that businesses can use to purchase goods. It allows for immediate transfer of goods to the consumers, and it allows for businesses to spend money that they don't have, and this can be leveraged at 0% APR within the appropriate life cycle, either 60, 30, or 90 days. Vendor credit is also known as a revolving debt, and this is a debt that has the ability to be leveraged multiple times. Now moving on to store credit. Store credit is a line of credit that gives you the ability to spend money in and out of the store, and it may also be obtained at 0% APR for 6 to 18 months. Store credit is also a revolving debt. Now lastly, I would like to talk about cash credit, and I'm happy to say that at Pitch Deck 101 LLC, we are partnered with multiple financial institutions that can help businesses that are properly registered to get access to business credit between $50,000 to $250,000 US. I'm also happy to say that at Pitch Deck 101 LLC, we can provide the support that can help businesses access funding from 60 to 90 days. Okay. So the 5,000 US dollars that Pitch Deck 101 LLC will allocate to businesses can be used to build your company website and social media presence. It can be used for business training on how to access capital at 0% APR. It can be used for business training on how to access new markets and integrate your business in the US market. It can be used for business training on how to mitigate debt, reduce the debt life cycle, and reduce the debt cost. To learn more about what we do, please feel free to visit us at our website at pitchdeck101.org. Pitchdeck101.org. Yeah. Okay, so thank you for listening. Once again, my name is Allure Thompson. I'm the Director of Operations at Pitch Deck 101 LLC and 10X Branding and Marketing LLC out of New York.
Hi, Hello Thompson. Thanks for that wonderful presentation. I know this is very new to you in terms of presenting your content to a global platform, but I want to say kudos to you because I do believe that in a short period of time, you are really commanding yourself with honor. So I want to throw some flowers at your feet for being young, being focused, being committed, and being able to take up corporate leadership at this young age. I just want to re-emphasize some of what Alu would have said, and I trust that you got it. We're going to give at Pitch Deck 101 LLC and 10X B&M LLC, we will allocate 5,000 US. All right. We will allocate 5,000 US dollars to any business owner who is serious about doing business and want to get their business started in the United States of America today. So if you call us today with an interest to get your business started in the US, we will invest 5,000 US dollars to get the process moving for you. And of course, you have a tremendous, scope that you can spend those monies in. Those monies could be spent on your social media platform. Those monies can be spent helping you to understand how to access capital and capital at 0% APR. The beauty about working with us is that we are not only going to train you how to access capital at 0% interest rates, but we will also connect you with our financial partners who have years of history in doing this, and they've allocated millions of US dollars to the many clients over the many years. So we are no novice in this. We have the team players who have the knowledge, the experience to ensure that you win when it comes to accessing the much needed capital that you need to grow and scale. As I would keep saying, All financial instruments are not equal. They are different, and you need to understand it. As Olu would have said, we will also work with you to help you to understand financial instruments. There are major differences between debt, equity, credit, creative financing, and hard money lending. As an entrepreneur, a rising star in business, do you truly understand which are the best tools for you to be using to ensure that you have the financial competitive advantage in business? Do you understand how to reduce your debt life cycle, how to reduce your debt costs, how to leverage your excess liquidity in smarter ways to ensure that the business is winning in more ways than one? We have subject matter experts that will help navigate you through this entire process so you understand how to set up your business in the proper way. And I just want to take some time on what Alur would have said. Alur spoke about the SIC code, which is the Standard Industrial Classification Code. How important is this? Now, to the average person, you might have never heard about this, but if you're in business and you do not understand what is your SIC code, as I said, you have problems ahead of you. Because when you do not know your SIC code, the financial institution, whenever you go for funding, they will assign a code to you, and that code can put you in a high risk category. Now, if you know what you're doing here, you can work with the registered body to ensure that you have a code that puts you into a low risk. And because you are a low risk entrepreneur, business owner, you're now able to better negotiate for financing. Your SIC code influence the cost for capital. Your NACE code influence the cost for capital. So there's so much for you to learn here. So we are just, unpacking it step by step in chunk size to ensure that you have this information. Now, we're not going to give a whole lot of information out because of time, but I want to encourage you. I know our phone has been ringing. I'm off the hook. I will encourage you to keep calling so we can have that one-on-one session with you, that consultancy session with you to really help you to unpack all of this information that we are bringing to you. All right, your 411 listing is also going to give you a tremendous competitive advantage too. All right, as Lou would have said, you get to rub shoulders with, big businesses who are in that database. Some of the top 100 companies are also in that database. Do you know how to get yourself listed into the 411? The beauty about everything that we are saying here at Pitch Deck 101 LLC and 10X B&M LLC out of New York, we can do all of this for you. Everything that Alou just spoke about, we can take this entire process and we can work it for you to ensure that you get your business properly set up and you win. All right, so I have Jed Thompson, who is our next speaker. And again, he will be talking to us about the sales communication process. Of course, last week we talked about sales, but we're going to talk about sales and we're going to bring some new concepts here because, as I said before, if you're into business and you're not into sales, you're really not into business. All right. If you're into business and you are not into sales, you are really not into business because it is sales that will enable you to command attention, pique interest, arouse desire, move your client into action. It is sales that is going to enable you to get visibility, reach, and impact and optimize client conversion. It is sales that is going to enable you to cash flow maximize your business. So on this platform, we're going to spend a lot of time talking about sales so as to ensure that you get this body of knowledge and you can possibly apply it to your organization. Now, if you need help in this regard, I encourage you to reach out to us at Pitch Deck 101 LLC out of New York and 10X B&M LLC. We have designed a very unique sales program that ensures that you understand how to apply these techniques. So without further delay, I want to call on Jed. Jed, it's a pleasure to have you here today. And I pass control to you. I yield the mic to you. Hi, Jed. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. How's yourself?
I'm awesome, my friend. Great to have you here also.
All right, it's definitely a pleasure to be here. All right. So
All
hello
right, on
everyone.
to you.
All right, no problem. All right, good everyone. My name is Jay Thompson, and I'm the branding and marketing specialist for Pitch Deck 101 and 10X Branding and Marketing LLC out of New York. And welcome back to another program of the Business Growth Summit 101. And today I want to talk about the sales communication process because I believe that this is vital to the success of every business. And the sales communication process, as proposed by Pitch Deck 101 and 10X Branding and Marketing LLC out of New York, it stands on four unique pillars. One, it will show you how to master the sales process. It will show you how to master the pull factors of sales communication. It will show you how to master the communication process. And last but not least, it will show you how to master the push factors of sales communication process. And I believe that these are the four key pillars that if you're able to learn, apply, and master, here's where you can become a master in sales communication. So without further ado, I want to talk a little bit about the sales communication or sales process, because I believe that this is one of the first concepts that you should learn, apply, and master, because it's in the sales process is where you're able to command attention, you're able to pique interest, you're able to arouse desires, you're able to move clients into taking informed action, you're able to create impact, and you're able to convert first-time users into lifetime customers. And as you're able to do this, here's where you're able to build confidence, trust, and credibility in the eyes of your ideal clients. But I know this is very important, and this is why I want to talk about the first pillar of the sales process, which is how to command attention. And commanding attention is vital to the success of every business. And this is why I'm going to give you 10 ways to command attention. So to command attention, you want to become a subject matter expert. To command attention, you need to be market oriented and market sensitive. And I'm happy to say that Mr. Thompson, he'll be taking a deep dive into how to become market oriented and how to become market sensitive. Next, to become or to command attention, you need to be intentional, self-aware, and you need to be self-confident. To command attention, you want to apply yourself with mastery. You also want to become an influencer. To command attention, you want to master the art of speaking to inspire and speaking to empower. And last but not least, to command attention, you want to master the art of connecting with your ideal clients. Now I want to talk about how to become a subject matter expert. And this is also very important, and how important it is to become a subject matter expert. So becoming a subject matter expert is heavily influenced by your habits around reading, your habits around writing, your habits around talking to the right peer groups, and your habits around teaching, practicing, and mastering your craft. But guess what? This is not the end of it. To become a subject matter expert, you need to master the habits of setting clear goals. And most people, they don't know how to set clear targets and clear goals, because what we see, they may want to become a subject matter in an area, but guess what? They don't really understand how to go about becoming that subject matter expert. So to set clear targets, you want to identify what you want to become a subject matter expert in. Next, you need to set a clear timeline. And last, you need to have a clear game plan on how you're going to go about becoming that subject matter expert. The next step of becoming a subject matter expert is to build the right habits around having the right mindsets. Because now that you have a clear vision of what you want to become a subject matter expert in, you may have self-defeating thoughts that you lack, limitation, doubt, and fear. But you don't want to be having those types of mindset when you're about to go and achieve the objective. You want to have the mindset that tells you, I am not lack, I'm not limitation, I'm not doubt, I'm not fear, and I can achieve anything that I put my mind to. And this is the type of mindset that you want when you're achieving your objective. Now you want to set or you want to become or you want to build a strong value proposition. You want to build a value proposition that is strong enough to add value and to fix problems for your team, your target market, the general public, and the business cash flow of your business. But guess what? It's not enough for you to just have a strong value proposition, but it's in the application of this strong value proposition is where you're going to see results. Next is you want to make yourself accountable. And you want to make sure that you're holding yourself accountable because you want to hold yourself at high standards. Next, you want to, if you can't hold yourself accountable, you want to have an accountability partner. And your accountability partner will be that one that will motivate you and push you to your limits to achieve your targets and to become the subject matter experts. And last but not least, you want to build consistency. And as you're able to build consistency in reading, writing, talking, teaching about the subject matter, here's where you're going to build mastery in your subject matter to become that subject matter expert. And there you have it. These are some ways to become a subject matter expert and to command attention. And if you want to know more about how to master the sales communication process, you can go to our website, which is pitchdeck101.org to learn more. And once again, my name is Jay Thompson, and I am the branding and marketing specialist for Pitch Deck 101 and 10X Branding and Marketing LLC out of New York. Thank you.
All right, Jed, thanks for that excellent presentation on the sales communication process. I know today you did a deep dive into how to command attention. You also did that deep dive into how to become a subject matter expert. And of course, I said earlier on, if you're into business and you're not into sale, you're really not into business. What Jed spoke about today is how to become a subject matter expert in sales. And one of the things that your sales department wants to be is a subject matter expert. So if whether they're offering a product or service to the public, you want to ensure that they have the critical information about your products and your services. They clearly understand how your products and services is going to add value and fix problem, and they can effectively communicate that information to the consuming public. So if you want to win in business, I encourage you to come learn more about our sales communication process. Register for this program. The very first program, believe me, you're a new business. You are a new business. You can register right now, and we will invest $5,000 into your business to ensure that you understand the sales communication process, to ensure that you are in a position to strength to apply this body of knowledge. As Jade would have said, knowledge is power, but it is in the application of that knowledge is where you get your superpower. So we will give you the tools, we will give you the support to ensure that you're able to apply the sales communication process into your business and your sales process. This process is unique. You learn everything about, the sales process, the communication process, the pull factors of sales communication, and the push factors of sales communication. Absolutely necessary for you to learn, apply, and master. So, Jed, I want to say thank you for that wonderful presentation, and looking forward to being with you later in the program.
All right, thank you.
All right, we'll now go to a commercial break and be right back. US-based business can give you a tremendous competitive advantage. Why? You're able to access a very large market in excess of 333 million consumers. You're able to access technology, and also you're able to access a diversified financial portfolio, meaning debt, equity, credit, creative financing, and hard money lending. We at Pitch Deck 101 LLC out of New York, we have started this signature project titled the Business Growth Summit 101 that will give you a step-by-step guide in terms of how to start a US business, how to scale that US-based business, and how to cash flow from a position of strength. So we encourage you to join us on a daily basis as we take you through this journey of starting and scaling your business. Our sales communication process stands on four important pillars. One, you get to understand the sales process, the communication process, the pull factors of sales communication, and the push factors of sales communication. The success of every business ultimately rests on the shoulder of your sales processes. Business Growth Summit 101 in 2023 will give you the blueprint on how to build and apply this sales communication process to truly optimize the growth and cash flow potential of your business. So we encourage you to join us on a daily basis and learn how to apply these practical tools to growing and scaling your brands. Access to capital is vital for the sustainable development of every business. But in spite of this, we see millions of businesses struggle to access capital. Business Growth Summit 101 in 2023 has been built out to address this challenge. On this platform, we will talk about how to access debt, equity, credit, creative financing, and hard money lending. We will also work with our clients to ensure that you understand not only how to access, but how to leverage and how to mitigate these financial portfolios that will really give you, the entrepreneur, a tremendous financial competitive advantage. So we encourage you to join us on these platforms on a daily basis that will truly enable you to transform the landscape of doing business. Okay, welcome back to the Business Growth Summit 101. And as Jed would have indicated early on, today we want to go a little deeper into the sales communication process because this is so important. So today I want to talk about commanding attention. And one of the things that you really want to do in business is to really figure out very quickly how to command attention, how to pique interest, how to arouse desire, how to move your client into action. And there's a couple of things that I'm going to go into here. Jed spoke early on about how to become a subject matter expert, which is the first concept that he gave to you in commanding attention. The second concept that he would have rolled out is becoming market oriented and market sensitive. The big question I want you to ask yourself, you're in business today. How market oriented are you? And how sensitive are you to the needs and wants and expectation of the market, to the changing realities in the market? Now, today I will do a deep dive, a high level overview into what it takes to be market oriented and market sensitive. So I trust you have your notepad here and your pens. I'm going to give you 5 important headings here, and we will do that deep dive into these headings. The first thing that I want you to write down today is definition of market orientation. So we will look at exactly what that is. Second concept is definition of market sensitivity. What is this? I'll give you that just now. Third, we will be looking at the absolute buyer data markers, drivers for innovation. What exactly am I saying here? What is the absolute buyer data that you are using to drive innovation? What is the absolute buyer data that you are using to drive innovation? Now, in sales, you want to be innovative, and I will give you the reasons why as we go into this discussion. The fourth concept that I will give you today is innovation and proactive leadership. You see, in sales and business, one of the things that you want to be is proactive. You want to be proactive and you want to be innovative. So I'll talk all about this today. The last concept that I will give to you today is the client feedback database. Of course, we are talking here about market orientation and being market sensitive. absolutely necessary. So let's get the ball rolling. Definition of market orientation. To become market oriented, it means, first of all, that you are doing market research. And market research, we find a lot of entrepreneur, you get into business with the excitement of cash flow maximization, not taking into consideration that getting into business, you want to be data driven. You want to ensure that you have the market intelligence to inform your business decision. If you don't have the critical information that is informing your business decision, you're simply doing business with that blindfold over your eyes. And as Jade would have said earlier on, you want to remove this veil from your eyes so you can see clearly exactly what you're getting into, why you're getting into it, what you want to accomplish, and how to achieve it. It is called being market oriented. But how can you be market oriented? You need to do market research. On this platform, while there is two common research method that is used, we like to talk about the third one. And I like to begin by speculation because this is what we see a lot of businesses do. You speculate that a business type has the potential to cash flow. And based on that speculative speculation, you use that speculation to inform your business decision. And what we are saying to you in business, this is the last thing that you want to do. You want to ensure that you have information and you can use speculation to inform your business decision. So you need to get speculation as an expert opinion out of the window. Out of the window. We're talking here about market orientation and market sensitivity. To be market oriented, you need information. Well, I'm not going to spend too much of time here on the secondary data. Jed spoke about that yesterday. He talked about the advantages and disadvantages of secondary data. All right. Secondary data that is unreliable can cause you money, stress, and sleepless nights. That's the last thing that you want. So if you missed that program, I encourage you to go look back at yesterday's program so you have this body of knowledge that you can use to make better business decisions. We also talk about primary research. Man, in this platform, we talk so much about primary research because you need it. Primary research may be capital intensive, but if you listen to the last week program, we say that in starting your business, it don't have to be capital intensive. To do primary market research, I give you a few hacks that you can use to access the critical information that is going to enable you to be market oriented and market sensitive and significantly bring down the cost of gathering the information. You need information to do business. It's absolutely necessary. So here is where we are talking about the first concept here, a definition of market orientation. Now let's go into market sensitivity here now. Market sensitivity means that you are sensitive to the market. But of course, if you don't have data, if you don't have reliable data, you can never be market sensitive. So the reason you're going to be doing the research is, first of all, to bring you to this next point of being market sensitive. And what are the data that you need here? Demographic data, psychographic data, and geographic data. I know that we stopped there last week. Jade and Drew did an excellent job in speaking about this type of data analysis that you need that is going to enable you to be sensitive. To be sensitive, it means that you understand people. You understand their needs and their wants and their expectation. You understand the drivers, the motivators, and you're using this data to make informed and educated business decisions. But today I'm going to push a little further than this as we go into things that you need to be sensitive about. We will talk about the SWOT analysis and we will talk about the PEST analysis. The SWOT analysis says that you want to be sensitive not only to the needs, wants, and expectation, the dreams, hopes, and aspirations of the target market, but you also want to be SWOT sensitive. What exactly is SWOT sensitive? It means that you're taking the time to understand strengths in the market. You're measuring your strengths against the competition. And this is a constant process. Some may say, hey, focus on you being proactive, you being innovative, you being ahead of the curve of doing business. But the reality of business, you will have competition. And you want to be sensitive to their strengths. You want to be sensitive to weaknesses in the market. Are they able to supply needs to the expectations of the target market? Are they able to provide products and services above and beyond the expectation of the target market? Is there any weaknesses here? What are the reasons for those weaknesses? Are you innovative enough to capitalize on those weaknesses to gain a competitive advantage? So I'm going to say this, doing business, having a competitive advantage in business is never constant. Today, you have the competitive advantage, and you can lose that competitive advantage if you are not market oriented and market sensitive. This lies the reason why we are saying that you need to be market sensitive, you need to be market oriented if you want to be the leader in commanding attention, piquing interest, arousing desire, moving the client into action, making impact. It's a constant process. The next, so we talk about strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threat. When time permits, I'm going to go deeper into each one of these areas for you. Perhaps we're going to take each one of them as a single topic and do that deep dive, high level overview of these concepts for you. But you need to understand this. Now, I'm going to come to pest analysis. How important is this? Some of you might have never heard about pests, but that's why we are here, to ensure that we are providing you with critical information to ensure that you're able to make better business decisions, to ensure that you have the kind of information that you can apply and win in business, to ensure that you're informed, to ensure that you can be that proactive leader who's thinking ahead, seeing beyond problems, and taking informed action to achieve the desired results in business. Of course, it's not only about cash flow maximization. There's no harm in that, but there's much more to that. Now, let's talk about the pest analysis. What exactly am I saying here? Pest analysis, P-E-S-T. Now, let me break this down. The P stands for political issues. Yes, political issues can affect your business. I repeat, political realities can affect your business. And there's a whole host of political activities that can affect your business. All right, a whole host. Politicians are now working together. So because they're not able to see eye to eye, there's effort to destabilize the economy. And no one wants to do business in an economy where there is political uncertainty. So you as an entrepreneur who is going to sell or expand the growth of your operation into whichever part of the world, these are things that you want to be sensitive about. These are things that you want to be sensitive about because they may undermine your sales efforts to cash flow maximize. So you need to be aware of the political issues as you do the pest analysis. There's economic issues also that are there for you to be aware of. You need to be sensitive to economic issues. Perhaps there may be certain economic infrastructures that are in place to drive and encourage businesses to go further. In the US, we can simply say that we see a number of economic enablers. We call them economic enablers and economic accommodators that are really there to drive business development. We are part of the SBA. We attend multiple meetings with the SBA, and every time we show up, we see the level of passion that they have to provide information, to provide support. And they're literally begging, I want to just say this, entrepreneurs to come and access the services that is being provided, because the economic reality, they understand the importance of creating an economic climate that is conducive to doing business. We see this. I'm a part of those meetings, so I'm aware of this. So in the US, this is another advantage that you have. You want to be aware of the political economic realities. You want to be aware of this. There's also social realities. There's social realities that you also want to be sensitive to. The last one is what we call technological issues that you want to be sensitive to. Because the way you do business yesterday is not the way you do business today. Because technology are quickly emerging to replace old traditional ways. And if you are stuck in the Stone Age and you're not adopting relevant technology, as Olu would have said, to enable your business to achieve the technological competitive advantage, you're going to be left out in the cold. All right, you're going to be boxed around, squeezed in, and pushed out of business. So these are all the things that you need to be sensitive about. The beauty about everything that I've just said, you don't have to do this on your own. We have a team of subject matter experts that are there to help you to make informed and educated business decisions. So you don't have to struggle on your own to get this information, to dissect this information, and then leverage this information into making smart business decisions. We are there to provide that support for you. So after you would have done this analysis, which we call to allow you to be market sensitive, you do your demographic data analysis, your psychographic, your geographic, the SWOT analysis, the PEST analysis. The third step that you want to be here is to be able to leverage this data to inform the business decision. So we talk about new product innovation. You see, one of the things that you want to be in business, can you position yourself to be the trendsetter, the game changer, the dream maker? Can you focus on innovating new products and new services? And I want to say this to foreign nationals because we are talking to foreign nationals too. We have seen the American economic system, they accommodate foreign national. In fact, when you talk about people like, you know, Elon Musk, he's a foreign national. You talk about a lot of the great innovators, they're foreign nationals. They're in the US. They're given the support that they need to grow and scale. They're given the support that they may not get in another country to achieve the American dreams. So a lot of what I'm saying here also applies to whether you're an American citizen or a foreign national. We are here to give you that support and connect you with the right sources to ensure that you win in business. So we are talking about new product innovation. After you would have studied your market, all right, you based on the fact that you're being market oriented and market sensitive. So you understand where the gaps exist. You understand where the needs exist. You understand where opportunities for new innovation exist. Because you're sensitive, because you're oriented, you're now able to innovate new products. You're now able to innovate new services, and you're able to leverage these new innovation as your market differentiator. All right. You're able now to leverage these differentiator as your market innovation. All right. You're able now to leverage new innovation to differentiate yourself in the market. And this is the reason why you want to be market oriented and market sensitive. Market oriented and market sensitive. You need to ensure in business. You don't have to do this on your own. We have the business ecosystem built out to ensure that we're getting you the help. Now, I want to talk about something here, then the fourth concept, innovation and proactive leadership. Now, you want to be innovative, but you also want to be able to apply proactive leadership. You see, I mentioned early on that competitive advantage in sales and business is never constant in the eyes of competition. And I repeat this, competitive advantage in sales is never constant through the eyes of competition. What exactly am I saying here? In a competitive environment, you may have the competitive advantage today, but if you are not proactive, thinking ahead, seeing beyond problems, and taking informed action to achieve desire constantly, the competition will outthink you. The competition will outsmart you. The competition will innovate newer products, the competition will dominate the market because the fact that you are not proactive. You are more reacting in the market. So the reason we are saying you need to be market oriented and market sensitive is because you want to be able to innovate and you want to be proactive in this regard. All right, so let's talk about this innovation and the process of thinking ahead. This means that you perhaps have a think tanker, a team of people that are constantly think tanking a process. All right, so you may have the competitive advantage, but do you stop there? Or do you have a team of creative minds that are driving that innovation process, that are continuing to, look at new ways of innovating, new ways of adding values, new ways of fixing problems, new ways to make life easier? That is the nature of business. That's the nature of competition. The moment you believe that you have arrived, that is the biggest mistake that you can make in business. America is one of the fastest growing economies that we have in the world, and you just cannot afford to sleep. If you want to sleep, build another team and have them think tank so you have a 24 hours think tanking process. We can talk to you about all of this. We can help you build out the business ecosystem that will help you to drive innovation in this regard. If there's a problem, we talk about innovation, the process of seeing beyond problem. If access to capital is a problem, that's not a problem with us because we can get you access to debt, equity, credit, creative financing, and hard money lending. We can get you past the problem zone so you're not stuck in this zone. All right. Innovation and the process of informed action. Are you building out a team of think tankers, knowledgeable workers that can help you to move faster, achieve more in a shorter period of time, and significantly optimize the cash flow of your business? This is the nature and the reason why we want to emphasize being market oriented and being market sensitive. How oriented are you to the market? How sensitive are you to the market? This is not only being sensitive to your consumer's need, but it's sensitive to all the other realities that will enable you to have the competitive advantage and maintain your competitive advantage in business. With all of this, you can be the first to innovate. All right. But as you become the first to innovate, there's a couple of things that you need to look at. I'm about to wrap up here today. You need to look at innovation life cycle. Innovation life cycle. So yes, you may be the first to innovate a new product, the first to innovate a new service, but it's important for you to recognize that the nature of business will simply say to you that your product life cycle, your service innovation has a life cycle. And based on all the research that we are doing, we are always seeing that new innovation may have a 1 to 5 year life cycle. What do I mean? If you're the first to go to market, the nature of business means that there's going to be someone out there who is going to study your product, reverse engineer, and they're going to innovate a similar product to you. And what they may even attempt to do is to add features, better features that your product does not have. So when that happens, it significantly reduces the life cycle of your innovation. So again, if you're not thinking ahead, if you're not proactive, thinking ahead, see beyond problem, taking informed action to achieve the competitive advantage in business, competition will squeeze you out of the market. That's the nature of business. Competitive advantage in sales and business is never constant through the eyes of competition. So these are things that you need to be aware of. The last concept that I'm going to come to today is the client feedback database. The client feedback database. How important is this? On this particular point, we are talking about being market oriented, market sensitive. Do you have a database that is enabling you to be market sensitive, market oriented throughout the life journey of your business? So in this platform, we will talk to you about the before the sales client feedback desk. Do you have a before the sales client feedback desk that's allowing you to gather information about the needs, wants, and expectation about your clientele base? Do you have a during the sales client feedback desk? So during that sales process, you're getting feedback. You need feedback to be oriented, to be sensitive, and to be responsive to the needs of your consumers. Do you have an after sales client feedback desk that is allowing you to assess whether you achieve l- delivering products and services to the expectation of the clientele base, or are you delivering above their expectation or below? The reason you want to be market oriented and market sensitive is because doing business is, first of all, about satisfying the needs, wants, and expectations, the dreams, hopes, and aspirations of the consumers. It's not only about cash flow maximization. There's nothing wrong with cash flow maximization. But if you put cash flow maximization above the interest of the consumers, you're going to lose. Eventually, you will lose. And this is not just about making a first time sales where goods and services transfer, and that's the end of doing business. This is about doing business in a way where you're able to make impact with the first time users to the extent that you have a game plan to convert first time users into lifetime customers. That's what's going to enable you to win in business and in life. So I trust that you enjoyed that short program today. And I can see I have one of our new talented persons out of the Caribbean. Marsha, if you're there, let me just see you open your mic. Marsha, I'm gonna bring you up on the stage. Hi Marsha, how are you keeping?
Hi, Gary. I hope you can hear me. I'm in a public place, so I don't know if you're getting background noise, but are you hearing me well?
I'm hearing you loud and clear,
Beautiful.
Marsha.
Well, it is so lovely to be here, to be joining you on this platform after a hiatus um, of not being well, but I'm back. So I would take the opportunity to introduce myself to
Go right
all the
ahead. Go right
persons.
ahead.
So
Hmm.
everyone, it is very nice to be here. I am Marsha Siras. I am the founder and CEO of Infinite Coaching and Wellness Limited. So I operate as a mindset business coach, and definitely mindset changes the game. Now, everything that I was listening to on today's program with Gary, there is a point at which I want to pick up on. And he said, you don't have to do it alone. And let's touch on the mindset of that. Now, sometimes as entrepreneurs, we think, especially if we're coming from an employee mindset, right? We were working in some kind of business or corporation or 9 to 5, as we call it, and we are now stepping into, we don't have to do it alone. No man is an island. I live on an island, but no man is an island. And we have the help from different areas. Your expertise is what you put into your product or your service. That is what your deliverable is. But all the factors and pieces that it takes to get there, you can get the help to do that, right? Gary has his team. It's an absolutely wonderful platform, helpful platform. And you have to come out of the mindset that you need to know it all. You don't. You see, sometimes because of what we've been through, right? Maybe an experience you've had before. Maybe you've had an experience with a certain business practice, and you it didn't go well. It didn't go as well as you would have wanted it to. And because of that experience, now sometimes we measure everything that comes after that. We measure everything that comes after that in terms of, this is how it's going to go again, right? And that's not the way we have to operate, right? We have to operate in terms of being able to now realize that happened already, but now there are persons who we can move forward with. All right. So it takes having something called a growth mindset. We want our business to grow, yes, but we have to have that growth mindset in order for that to happen. Now, another reason why the mindset is so vastly important, and to pick up again on the point that Gary was talking about, that there are others to help you, is that we do not have to be the expert in every area. Now, when you start and you're getting into business, you're feeding the idea, you're getting into understanding what it is you want to get into. Maybe because you have to understand why you want to do it. That's part of your mindset. Why do you want to do this business? Why do you want to get into the real estate? Why do you want to open this product or service based business? Right? That's part of your mindset. And I tell you this because there's a difference between being interested in something and being committed to something, right? Interest can wane off after a while. Interest can wane off when the going gets tough. And that's a true thing. The going can get tough, right? And if we are not tough enough to weather those rough patches, we may not be able to ride out the storm and get to, safe landing, which tests our commitment, right? So there's definitely a difference between your interest and your commitment. And that is where you have to now start to get deep within your own mind about where you are at. All right. Now, at that point in time, there are many persons, many of the clients that I've worked with, and I work primarily with women who are stepping into fully owning their entrepreneurial business, right? Stepping out of employee mindset and walking into their business full time. That's the sweet spot at which I come in as a business mindset coach and help you in that transformational journey. Now, when it is we are there and get to understand, oh my gosh, this is bigger than I thought. Because we're not in business to stay small. We're not in business to stay small at all. We want to grow. But when we start to realize how big this is, bigger than what we know, bigger than what our combined experience is, bigger than what we've been exposed to, we start to get fearful, right? Now, true or true, that's true, right? Some of you may have experienced it. I experienced it in my walk in entrepreneurship too. There are points in which you start to get fearful. Now, what are you going to do when you get fearful, right? Sometimes we recoil, we decide to stay small, we decide not to take that extra step, that push, that extra energy to go forward. But sometimes, and this is where the growth mindset comes in, we have to realize this is where I don't have to know it all. Let me seek the help, the guidance, the teaching, the coaching from someone who knows better than I have, who has walked that journey before, who has the expertise, the knowledge, and the ability to take me from this point that I am at to the point that I need to get to. In business, there are going to be different levels that you're going to face. You're going to be at an entry level at one point in time, then growth level, and different levels that are going to challenge us. And challenge doesn't mean that we have to uh, recoil. Challenge means we are given the opportunity to grow. It's how we perceive it. Again, mindset changes the game. We could either use it as a growth opportunity, or we could, as some people do, they decide not to go in that direction and to recoil. But to tie it all in a lovely bow today, if you want things to happen, if you want things to change, we have to change. We have to come out of our own thoughts. Sometimes we think ourselves into stagnation, and we have to allow ourselves to accept the help, go towards the help, and develop and inculcate that growth mindset, because only then, your business will grow because you are growing, right? It starts from within. Change starts from within, right? So, who will you become? You want to be successful, you want to leave a legacy for your family, you want to have this legacy business, you want to create a generational wealth. Who will you become to be able to make that reality come true? I leave you with that question. This is the Business Growth Summit 101. I am Marcia Sudas, your mindset business coach, and it was a pleasure to be here, Gary. Thank you so much, and I will see you in another episode.
Marsha, the business mindset coach. And I really, really love that you come in at this point because everything rests on mindset. Everything rests on mindset. And guys, if you're out there and you're procrastinating about growing and scaling your business because you may not have the experience, the knowledge, the self-confidence, the ability to apply yourself to achieve greatness, I'm happy to say that we have Marcia, who's in the room, and she is filled with, a tremendous amount of knowledge, a wealth of knowledge that will really help you to develop the right mindset. And mindset is everything. Mindset is everything. You know, we can pour into you, but if you have doubts and fear, like Jade was talking about, if you're seeing yourself, in limitation, you're not going to achieve the objective. Marcia is that person that's going to help you to pull the brakes on those self defeating thoughts and accelerate with a new mindset, a renewed sense of self that really help you to understand that you too can achieve greatness. So, Marcia, thanks for that share, and I'm looking forward to hearing much more from you during the course of this week as you put your contents together to truly drop some gems to people across the world. Thanks for that share. You're mute. I'm not hearing you.
I said absolutely. It was lovely. I look forward to other episodes.
All right, so don't go as yet because we are now about to wrap up. We have been here for a little over an hour, so I'm going to bring up Jade now, and
We're
we're
gonna
going to
give
give the
the
closing remarks. So I'm going to start with Jade. Jade,
All right, so all I want to say is I want to thank all of the speakers, Dr. Marsha, Mr. Thompson, and Dr. Shakira. And it's definitely been a pleasure to be here with you and listen to you guys do your presentation. And if you want to know more about what we have to offer, you can go to our website, which is pitchdeck101.org, to learn more. So thank you for having me.
all right, thanks, Jade. Marsha, any last words?
I want to say it was a pleasure being here and sharing this stage with all the speakers as well. And I look forward to more episodes here and, of course, sharing, growing with you all and seeing, allowing the opportunity for others to grow as well in their business. So thank you for having me and I look forward to other episodes.
All right, thank you. Great to have each and every one of you. Your talent definitely overwhelms me. Tomorrow, we're going to be looking at more about access to capital. All right. So, if you want to know more about how to access capital, debt, equity, credit, creative financing, hard money lending, tomorrow is that day. Of course, as we look at access to capital, I keep saying it's not enough for you to understand financial instruments. It's equally important for you to understand how to access. It's equally important for you to understand how to leverage. It's equally important for you to understand how to mitigate financial instruments. So I'm going to give you some snippets into that tomorrow, enough for you to walk away with and saying, yes, I can achieve access to capital. Yes, I can master the process of mitigating debt. So tomorrow is that day that we're going to do a deep dive into access to capital. This program comes to you with the kind compliments of Pitch Deck 101 LLC out of New York and 10X B&M LLC out of New York. The key focus of 10X is largely about working with businesses to help businesses to access capital, because we've seen that millions of businesses but that has tremendous ideas for growth, they're struggling to access capital. But we see something else. When you access that capital, it becomes a bad debt because you don't know enough about debt leverage. A crisis presents itself, it undermines your business potential to grow in cash flow, it becomes a bad debt. You want to be proactive when it comes to taking debt. You want to know that you can think ahead of a smart cash flowing program. You can see beyond the problems and you can take informed action to achieve desired results. You don't have to do it on your own. We are here. We have the subject matter expert to provide you with the content of information that you need to make better business decisions. On the other hand, we have the 10X B&M LLC. Everything that you need in website development, social media marketing, graphic design, branding, and marketing, we have this organization set up to provide services to you. We are that comprehensive business support organization that has been set up to give you an opportunity to win. And of course, we are bringing in other subject matter experts like Marcia, who's going to help you on the mindset, the business mindset level, how to. There's no harm in starting small, but as Marcia is saying, you don't want to start small and stay small. You want to grow, you want to expand so you can bring bigger impact in the world. We have Jade Thompson, who's going to talk to you about the sales communication process, a process that really helps you to understand how to leverage a communication process that enables you to master the sales process, the communication process, the pull factors of sales communication, and the push factors of sales communication. If you are in business and you are not selling, you are not in business. You should get out of business because you're already out of business by default. You want to understand the systems and the processes that Jade is going to be talking about to position yourself to win in business. So we do this again tomorrow, and I'm looking forward to see each and every one of you. Remember, find us on social media, YouTube, LinkedIn, and various social media. Follow us. So you will be the first to be notified when we are bringing this content to you on a daily basis. Tomorrow, we look at access to capital. Thanks again, Marcia, Jade, and all the other speakers. See you guys tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay, bye everyone.
This business can give you a tremendous competitive advantage. Why? You're able to access a very large market in excess of 333 million consumers. You're able to access technology, and also you're able to access a diversified financial portfolio, meaning debt, equity, credit, creative financing, and hard money lending. We at Pitch Deck 101 LLC out of New York, we have started this signature project titled the Business Growth Summit 101 that will give you a step-by-step guide in terms of how to start a U.S. business, how to scale that U.S.-based business, and how to cash flow from a position of strength. So we encourage you to join us on a daily basis as we take you through this journey of starting and scaling your business. Communication process stands on four important pillars. One, you get to understand the sales process, the communication process, the pull factors of sales communication, and the push factors of sales communication. The success of every business ultimately rests on the shoulder of your sales processes. Business Growth Summit 101 in 2023 will give you the blueprint on how to build and apply this sales communication process to truly optimize the growth and cash flow potential of your business. So we encourage you to join us on a daily basis and learn how to apply these practical tools to growing and scaling your brands. Access to capital is vital for the sustainable development of every business. But in spite of this, we see millions of businesses struggle to access capital. Business Growth Summit 101 in 2023 has been built out to address this challenge. On this platform, we will talk about how to access debt, equity, credit, creative financing, and hard money lending. We will also work with our clients to ensure that you understand not only how to access, but how to leverage and how to mitigate these financial portfolios that will really give you, the entrepreneur, a tremendous financial competitive advantage. So we encourage you to join us on these platforms on a daily basis that will truly enable you to transform the landscape of doing business.